habits of embracing speed around the oval, beating junior and center home.
First turn here on WBCB, Under the Hood to Need for Speed. What's that?
Green flag waves.
That's right. We're humming, we're moving, we're going to drop the hammer.
All right.
We're eating ice cream.
Need for Speed here on WBCB. Fred Fletcher goes over to now all things on dirt tracks. Now we do NASCAR as well, or more dirt track racing?
NASCAR, Nick will probably call in later. We'll touch on it a little bit. But mostly we try to stick with the local tracks, not so much dirt, because Earl's on here and the Wall Stadium Speedway is asphalt. And I'll probably be running some asphalt this year as well in my car.
Do you have your date yet when you're going to do it? Your track dates or no?
No. Nick, Marco, and Earl are Wall Stadium is working that out. We'll see when the vintage cars can show up and
beautiful
tear up the track. So, hey, Earl, what's happening?
Hey, good morning, Fred. Good morning, Matt. Is Nick Leach in the house too?
Yep,
right?
Nick's here.
Yep, we're here, Earl.
All right, Nick. Hey, how's it going? All right, guys. Good listening to you as always. And yeah, Wall Stadium is getting ready to roll. Big news. As we mentioned on Wide Open Wednesday last night, Wall Stadium beginning its 76th season of auto racing. And again, as was mentioned, a third-mile high-banked paved oval. We're going to be under NASCAR sanction, National NASCAR sanctioning this year. Return to NASCAR, which sanctioned racing at Wall Stadium in 2003, 2004. They are back this year, giving our racers national recognition. And point of interest, Wall Stadium, again, this is the 76th year. The first full year of racing at Wall Stadium, it actually opened in 1950. First full year of racing was 1951. And going that far back, it was under NASCAR sanction from 1951 through 58. Took a year off in 1959. They had a local stock car organization as the sanctioning group with the rules. And then from 1960 through 62, it was back under NASCAR. And then it was open competition through 2003 and 4. And now we're back. So it's going to be a great year at Wall Stadium. Again, for those who may have heard about it, it's under new management this year. Local businessmen Pete Miletto and Fred Archer, very successful local business guys, and they're race fans as well. Pete's a former race driver. They've taken over the track and doing many, many improvements. It's going to be great. Those of you who are familiar with it, the landmark Wall Stadium sign, a big lighted billboard, which is on Route 34 at the entrance to the track. Take a ride by there because you'll see the brand new sign, totally renovated, saluting the return of NASCAR to Wall Stadium as well. So a lot going on. It's going to be a great season. I know the Wide Open Wednesday folks.
Oh, yeah, we'll be there.
Folks, hey, you guys are going to be there.
For the people that don't know, and I'm not very versed in all that, what does the NASCAR banner bring to you guys?
Well, again, along with the national recognition for our local racers, from the business side, it brings excellent insurance for the racers, actual safety insurance that the racers have. Through NASCAR, they can get excellent insurance. NASCAR helps out with the point fund. They bring a lot of clarification to the rules. It's an excellent addition because, again, with the national recognition of NASCAR, the drivers can compete for national points, and they'll actually be crowning the Wall Stadium racers, for example, as all NASCAR. They call it the NASCAR Regional Series. They'll race for national points, and the drivers that finish in the top standings of NASCAR regional points can get some extra point money, extra bonuses. And the champion at Wall Stadium this coming season, the champion in the modified division, will be listed as the New Jersey State NASCAR champion. Again, something excellent for their resume. Right. With that thought, the Wall Stadium regular modified sportsman, factory stock, and four-cylinder divisions will all be listed under NASCAR sanctioning. So those drivers are all competing for NASCAR national honors. And the legend cars with the race at Wall Stadium, They're separate. They're not going to be under NASCAR. They'll be under their regular INEX. That's INEX. That's a National Legend Car organization. They race under separate rules as far as tires, safety regulations, motors, and the TQ midgets. Very exciting winged TQs, same as race indoors during the winter. They'll have about 10 shows at Wall Stadium this year, running on the inner flat track, and they run under their own rules and sponsorship, so they're separate. Okay. But it's going to be a great season, and looking forward to, again, seeing you guys there. And opening day at Wall, set for Saturday night, April 25th. It'll be a 50-lap feature for the modifieds and 25-lap features for the sportsman, factory stocks, four-cylinder cars, and legend cars. And as a preview, our open house, the annual open house, takes place the weekend of April 18th and 19th. And that's when fans can come into the track from 11 in the morning till about 4 in the afternoon on that Saturday and Sunday, again, April 18th and 19th. Sit in the grandstands absolutely free and watch the testing sessions for all the various racing divisions. So a lot going on, and looking forward to being part of it. And, hey, it's been a great time here. I've enjoyed calling on WBCB on Thursday mornings for Need for Speed, and also listening to Under the Hood. That's always a very informative show. Learned a lot there too, so it's been great.
Yeah, it's been a good run. Hopefully, we're not totally over with it. So, and we're still feeling our way around here, and but stay tuned. But yeah, we're. Not to keep touching on the NASCAR thing, does that expand the amount of competition, maybe outside drivers from different areas coming in to Wall Stadium and then leveling up the competitions in there?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
You know, the Wall regulars will be there. Yes, I mean, a driver competing at a NASCAR track such as Riverhead Raceway on Long Island, they could come in, but they also race on Saturday nights. That's a NASCAR track.
Right.
There's also quite a few NASCAR paved tracks in the New York and New England area, especially New England. But again, those tracks are also Saturday night regular venues. So unless there should be some sort of a rain out or a scheduled off week, you don't foresee those drivers necessarily coming down to Wall Stadium to race. However, twice this year at Wall, the July 18th, that'll be the John Blewett III Memorial. That'll be a 176-lap feature, and that'll be for the open tour type modifieds. Right. And that'll be open to any NASCAR tour type competitor. They can come in and race. These are the full-blown modifieds. The regular Wall Stadium modifieds, they run a modified type engine, but they're a little more restricted. The full-blown NASCAR tour type modifieds, they run their regular series. But at Wall this year, we're going to have the tour type modifieds on July 18th, and then on August 22nd, make that August 15th, excuse me, that'll be the Hall of Fame night in honor of Wall's 76th season. We're going to be honoring all of our past champions, kind of focusing on the history of Wall Stadium. That'll also be a 150-lap feature event. And one of the questions that came up with the NASCAR sanction now was if there was going to be an actual NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour feature at Wall Stadium this year, a special event. And I talked to promoter Pete Miletto, and he talked with NASCAR about that possibility, but the tour type or the tour schedule for the Whelen Modified Series is already set, and they couldn't really add another date even though they wanted to. So they're looking ahead to next year, 2027, to bring the actual NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour into Wall Stadium for a special event. And that'll bring in all the top drivers on the tour, such as Ronnie Silk, for example, Justin Bonsignor, all the regulars who run the NASCAR Modified Tour. They'll be coming in next year for a special event. So it's going to be good. It's going to be quite a lot happening, and we'll have more details week to week as it goes along.
Now, as the facility is, what can a fan expect to see different this year at Wall Stadium? Because to me, it was always a great facility, but I know Pete and you and Shannon and all those guys involved, Fred, or have bigger ideas. What What would be the enhanced experience for the fan that wants to come down to Wall Stadium this year?
Yeah, you said it very well last night on Wide Open Wednesday. You mentioned Wall Stadium has always had very good bones, and the track, again, built in 1950, was really starting to show some of that age through last year. Still very solid compared to some other tracks. Wall Stadium still has plenty of good vibes to it. But
right.
It had been showing its age. It needed some work, some renovation, and some safety aspects were being addressed too. One of the things that the new management group put as their priority list, there's going to be a complete renovation of the steel guardrail around the out perimeter of the track. That's being redesigned. It, of course, is safe now, but they're looking at it maybe adding another level of the guardrail, making it a little bit higher, angling it in, to prevent the race cars from going up the guardrail. So they're going to address it to when a car hits the guardrail, it'll push it back towards the track, which is a big safety measure. From the fan comfort side, there's going to be some renovation of the bleacher, grandstand area, just some minor changes to make it more comfortable. There's going to be a total renovation of the concession stands, the food concessions.
We're not changing the sausage sandwich, are you?
That's going to be there. Yeah. You got to have that.
They have the best sausage sandwiches down at Wall Stadium Speedway.
That's because it's close to the shore. That's fine.
That's it, exactly. Shout out to Darlene Barney. She's been the food stand concession manager for quite a few years at Wall Stadium, and she's going to be back, and they're giving her all new, equipment, modern equipment to work with.
That's awesome.
So that's being taken care of. Behind the scenes, the announcing tower that I work out of, the announcing and scoring tower, that's being modernized.
Nice.
A lot of new equipment put in there. There's going to be a continuing salute to racing history at Wall Stadium through the Garden State Vintage Stock Car Club that was founded in 1991, a group of local racing historians. I was part of that initial group and still am, with the idea of preserving the history of Wall Stadium and racing in New Jersey. And the Garden State Vintage Stock Car Club has done a great job over their 30-plus years. They have a on-site museum trailer located right there at Wall Stadium in the first turn area. That's open on race night. We always say it's a walk down memory lane where folks can go in there and look at memorabilia, printouts of stories of the history of Wall Stadium, driver uniforms, trophies, a lot of great things to do, and it's absolutely free on race night, so that's always a very popular place for fans too. And as I mentioned, one of the things that the Wall management wants to do is continue to salute the history of Wall. One of the plans is to name different areas of the grandstand for the legends of Wall Stadium, such as Gil Hearn, Tommy Elliott, the Blewett family, the Bone family, Parker Bone, Eddie Bone, Danny Bone, all the greats. And they're going to actually name sections of the grandstand for them and have various ceremonies during the year honoring those drivers.
It's great.
That's going to be very special.
Yeah.
So, it's going to be a lot going on, and there's more being developed. Each week, Pete Miletto and Fred Archer, the promoters, keep coming up with new ideas, new plans. And now that, and again, the cold weather's back today, but especially this last week, once the snow finally got plowed out and melted, they've been going 24/7, doing a lot of catch-up work there at the track.
I've seen them painting the grandstands. I've seen pictures of people painting the grandstands.
Oh, yes,
Earl.
absolutely. Yep. Yes. And it's constantly ongoing. They've got a crew there basically every day doing different jobs, and a lot to do in a relatively short time. So, hey, you look at it, this is already, March the 12th, and it's like, man, just a month from now, and this is not so much for the fans, but for the racers on Saturday, April 11th, it's going to be Tech and Tires, where the pit area will be open for the racers to bring their cars in to get them inspected, teched for the season, and they can also buy tires. That's another thing, too. Excuse me, the Hoosier Tire was the mandated tire at Wall Stadium for the past 20 years, And this year it's going to be American Racer tire. And this too was for the racers, the regular competitors, Pete Miletto and Fred Archer. Again, they're local, successful businessmen. They looked at they did the math, as they say, and saw that they could get a better deal for the racers by going to American Racer tire. They're according to what they said. I don't know the exact pricing, but they said the American Racer tires are more, it's a better price per tire, and they do last longer.
Okay.
So, and speaking about the NASCAR Whale and Modified Tour, they also switched this year from Hoosier Tire to American Racer. Now, the tires that the Modifieds are going to use at Wall this year, even though they're American Racer, they're a different compound, if you will. They're not quite the same as the Modified Tour tires. They look the same, but they're a little bit different. So, and of course, they haven't done any testing at Wall Stadium, with the new tires, because obviously the track was covered with snow. There was no chance to get cars on the track. But based on American Racers research, these new tires for the racers at Wall are going to be really first rate. And again, they'll be less expensive, and the feeling is, based on the research, that they'll last a little bit longer, again, saving the racers more money. And American Racer, the company, is also putting in, I believe, $5,000 towards the point fund for this year, too, overall.
Nice.
So, doing a lot to help the racers. That's the key. That's what Pete Miletto and Fred Archer and the general manager of the track, Doug Marr, are looking to constantly do, help the racers, because, again, Pete Miletto has raced himself. Fred Archer, along with being a successful businessman, he's been a race car owner. And Doug Marr, the general manager, a longtime racer himself at Wall Stadium, competed for many years as a driver. So they know what the racers need. I heard you mention before, you said Shannon. That's Shannon Monjo, multi-time champion at Wall Stadium, has won in the modified, sportsman, late models, and factory stocks. And he's going to be our new pit steward, bringing a wealth of experience to the track. So,
so the drivers have a really, really good team to lean on whenever,
absolutely.
Great support system for everybody down there at Wall Stadium. So I'm looking forward to a really great year, and Nick and I'll be down there quite a bit, I believe.
That's good. That's good.
If you let dogs in, I'll bring my dog with me.
All right, I heard a lot about Dakota.
Yeah, she's a baby doll. But
that's the official Fletcher's Garage shop mascot, I guess, right?
Yeah, she's Kelly's assistant manager right now, so she's over there. She's the greeter. So if anybody wants to head down the Wall at any time this year, and many times this year, head on down. It's very easy from this area. I've said it many times, I'll say it again. You get on 195 East, get off at Route 34, take the jug handle, the infamous Jersey jug handle, and you get them right on Route 34 North. You're on there for not even a quarter of a mile, and then you take the next jug handle, and then you pull right into the parking lot at Wall Stadium Speedway. It can't get much easier than that.
Put a brand new sign.
Turn right at the landmark Wall Stadium.
Yep.
Fully renovated sign. You can't miss it.
Yep.
And you'll see us all down there. And if you want, well, like I said, I'll bring the dog down. You come down, pet my dog. So.
All right.
All right, Earl. We'll be chatting when you enjoy yourself next couple of weeks, and I'll hook up with you when you get back.
Yeah, he's on vacation.
Yeah, when you get back, it'll be time to do some more of the Earl's
Time capsule.
Earl's time capsule, absolutely.
Yeah, Craig will be done. Yeah, Craig will be done with his March Madness and all that stuff, and we'll all get back in there and get it done.
So, all right, gentlemen,
right.
It's been a pleasure.
All right, thanks, Earl.
You too, Earl. Thank you.
Take care.
So, that was the legend Earl Krause, who's been all over racing for a lot of years. Not want to tell him his age, but
No, he's been around.
he's been around.
forever.
He knows everything about
When I
racing.
first started announcing, he was the guy that I turned to for different things. When I first started at New Egypt, I got a picture of him and I when I first started, and always there for me, him and a couple other guys, but Earl's. When we started doing this, I said we got to get him on board.
You know how I hooked up with Earl was through WBCB. He listens to my show.
Yep.
And just by chance, he called me, and we're like, now we've been friends ever since. So.
And that's how we got together.
Yeah,
I called
yeah.
the show.
You called the show. I did.
Yep.
I recognize. Yeah, I'm from going to New Egypt all the years, and then when you called in, I'm like, I know that voice.
Yep.
That voice.
Yeah, I heard it on the radio. I mean, I was in the landfill. I mean, there's 50 of us in there, and I'm like, wait a minute, this guy's talking about racing. I said, I gotta call this guy.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, that's what happened. You said you wanted to do a show, and I said, yep. And yeah, I really enjoyed coming here and being in the studio and doing what I'm doing. The great people that worked here. I mean, you got to work with a legend, Mr. Foxwell and Joe, and it really made the station what it was, what it is.
Oh, Mark Yapel too.
Yep, Mark. Yep, same
Yeah,
deal.
because he listens to both shows, and then I was up in New Egypt, and he came over to me. He goes, "You're Fred Fletcher," and I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "I'm Mark Yapel. I call on your show." And he goes,
Yep.
"I'm from Ewing too." And then it turns out him and my dad knew each other, tentatively, and back in the day. And it's just like, it was like, what a nice circle of.
Yeah,
Well, you know what that's called too? That's old school way of networking.
Yes.
And not on your phone. You go talk to someone to their face.
And he was the crew chief for my brother. So
Yeah, and Mark
my
was
brother drove a
Mark
race
was
car for Mark.
Johnny's
That's
crew chief, and
unbelievable. Wow.
so yeah, it's
I said, you need Mark to work on your vintage car, and Mark, of
Mark's
course,
working on my vintage car now with me.
Yep. Yep.
So yeah, it's a great circle, and it all starts with WBCB.
Yeah, that's how it all started. It's pretty crazy.
So, but yeah, like I said, we're gonna keep on trucking as best we can with this and see where it takes us. And
Oh, it's taken us pretty far. I mean, we got a lot of followers. We got a lot of people that pop up in the chat room on Wide Open Wednesday that I've never seen before. We got people asking how they can get on the show from North Carolina to West Virginia to wherever. People,
yeah, North Carolina, Joe Celestic.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
young
yeah.
kids that race, they're like, how do I get on the show? And then we send them the link, and they come on. Danny Buck was on last night. Texted me this morning, said he had a blast, and they're thanking us for letting them come on. It's their show too. I mean, they make what we have in our sponsors, and if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have what we have. And we're very thankful for the people that have been with us all along. Sponsor-wise, Sage Chiropractic and Bobby Drayton and Chris Bennett and a lot of
High gear transmission,
High gear
Tramontanas.
transmission. Yep. The Tramontanas have been very good to us. All our sponsors, we couldn't do it without them. We couldn't got this started without WBCB.
Yeah.
This is where it started, and hopefully this isn't where it ends. It's where we start again.
Yeah, that's the touch of community radio, and that's how it was. I remember walking in here the first time, went to do the show, and I was like, it's like stepping back into the 50s
That's
here.
right. It's in the Reagan administration here. Right.
And I was like, wow. I mean, it still seems a lot of the same equipment too,
Correct.
maybe a little more.
Yes.
I walked in
But it's
here,
great. It's
and
great.
I'm like, wow, this is like really cool. This is
WKRP, it's
yeah. Yep.
But yeah, it was this is what community radio has been all about, and hopefully we can keep on going what we're doing here, and I know that's what happens when the big companies get involved.
Nice sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're right. And unfortunately for someone like you, and you're in a niche where and racing is so community driven. I mean, other things aren't sometimes, but racing, to your point, and Nick, you mentioned with just some of the individuals you interact with, it is a big community in every essence of the word.
And it's funny how many people know each other.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a big community, and we all it's like a big family.
Yeah.
And if they go on social media, any of the higher ups from here, if they go on, they'll see that, wow, what are we going to do now? You know what I mean? They all listen to Foxwell in the morning.
Right.
They all listen to all that. Everybody in the landfill, what are we going to do? And then they would listen to album sides. I really didn't like that album side, so they wouldn't listen to that, and then they would come back on.
Yeah.
And, they listened to everything that was on this station. I listened
great.
from 6 in the morning. All that stuff, right up into the afternoon. And, it's just something that we got used to.
Yeah.
Something, and a lot of people don't like change, but, you got to try it and see what happens. And if it don't work out, we'll be waiting.
Yep.
Correct.
Yeah. Well,
See what
do we have a caller? Or
We may
do,
have a
yes,
caller.
you do.
It's
You
probably
got,
Nick.
NASCAR Nick.
It's NASCAR Nick, of
All
course.
right, we
it
got a
is.
couple minutes left here, Nick.
All right, Nick, make it fast.
We've been reminiscing, so and here's another one. The NASCAR Nick we met through it all stems from WBCB. So
Yeah.
Good morning,
So,
Nicholas.
with us, I heard you bought a vintage car, so of course I had to go down and meet you and talk to you and start the vintage thing going on.
Yep. So now we got to do it at Wall Stadium, which sounds like it's going to be a blast.
Yeah, get a hold of Earl. Make sure you make that happen quick.
I think they're already on it.
All right, cool.
Yep. We are talking about it.
Good.
With corporate change, any big corporation, they have changes. With me, with the company I work for, there was a lot of shuffling upstairs, and then it trickles down and things change. So sometimes change is good, but change in corporate America is a constant. So you have to make the best of it, and hopefully things work out and improve on a different level and different avenue, and we'll see where it goes.
I think what feels a little different is this was one of the last small, basically family-owned radio stations, and I mean, I remember WBUD back in the day was that way. Almost all of them were.
Yep.
So I know things change, but when there's been such a staple since 1957 as it has been here, it's a hell of a turn of the corner. So
Change is change. We just don't, you don't have to like it, but
and I don't like it.
I don't like it. Sorry.
Yeah, it's been a staple. Back when I was a kid, there was WBCB and WBCB and WFIL.
Oh yeah,
stations
and they had the Geeter on here. The Geeter. I mean, come on, everybody knows who the Geeter is. Come on, man.
Geeter with the heater.
Yep.
Yep. So on a NASCAR thing here, we'll try to get this in quickly.
Mm-hmm.
They race at Phoenix, and things are kind of shuffling in, normaling out a little bit after the first couple of races. I mean, you had Daytona, which anything can happen. Atlanta, that's like a mini Daytona, anything can happen. Then you had the road course where things happen there too. So now with the last race at Phoenix, things are shuffling into some kind of normalcy. And Ryan Blaney won that for Penske. So the powerhouses are showing their presence now. Blaney won, Bell was second, Larson finished third. So last week, the Gibbs car, all four Gibbs cars were out of the top 16 playoff picture, and now 3 of the 4 are in. So things are changing with that. And with this week's race, it's in Las Vegas. So again, the powerhouse teams will show their presence, and there's a new powerhouse team too. Michael Jordan and his very deep pockets.
Yeah.
Just keep getting deeper. Doing quite well.
Yeah, getting deeper.
I think they're miles deep.
They're doing well till they get caught. That's all I'm going to say.
The only thing that Michael Jordan doesn't do well is fish. And he was mad because he came in second.
So
that's a hell of a boat, though. I love his boat.
Yeah, well, I got to get my picture taken
big
on
cars,
the boat.
big houses, and So with 2311, his team with Denny Hamlin, they're doing quite well. 3 of their 4, actually their 3 cars are in the top 16, so they're all. It's only the 4th race in, so. But they're in the top 16. So the whole playoff picture now is about 16 cars. Once they get to the last normal race, which is Daytona in August, then with the playoff series, you have 16 drivers racing in 10 races to see who's going to be a champion based on points. So that's a lot different than what it's been for the last several years.
Mm-hmm.
So Alex Bowman, he's still out. He had a case of vertigo, and he was not driving in Phoenix. Anthony Alfredo was in this week. Justin Allgaier will be behind the wheel. So with the others, the trucks were off last week, and on the truck side, Stuart Friesen is in 8th. Their playoff picture has 10 drivers, so Stuart's in 8th. With the O'Reilly Series, Justin Allgaier won that. So he's a good driver. He's been around for quite a long time. And,
I like him. He's one of my favorites.
Yeah, he's a good guy. And then on a kind of local name level, there was an Antonelli who finished second and was on the podium last week.
I'm sure this is related to Dom somehow.
It was not Dominic, but it was a very distant cousin, Kimi Antonelli. He finished second in the Australian Grand Prix.
Well, that's one thing we know is all the Italians are related.
Every one of them.
I just figured I had to throw that in because Dominic said he listens to the show, and I figured I'd mention his last name anyway.
All right, cool.
All right,
All right,
I
Nick.
got a question. One question for Nick.
Real quick.
What do you think of this Cletus McFarland thing? I mean, he's okay, but Childress hired him just for ratings. What do you think?
Well, Cletus has a big social media following. So right now, that's what he is. He knows how to drive a car, but he doesn't know how to race against this level of people.
Okay.
That race in Daytona, on the fourth lap, he crashed his truck. So I'm kind of going with the fact that it's too much for him too soon.
Okay.
Maybe if he gets some more experience in ARCA and ARCA would be a good place for him to go. It might help him get some laps and get some confidence and experience.
Right.
This level of racing, not the Cup side, but
Right.
The next level down with the O'Reilly Auto, I almost said Xfinity, but the O'Reilly and the trucks, it takes some experience in there. Look at all the people in there. They did all the grassroots racing and worked their way up. Cletus didn't. Social media, he's great, but I think he needs some more experience before he gets into this level of racing.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I have a little inside information I ain't going to put out over here, but I can tell you guys later off air. So about what's going on down there. So, but we're going to have to wrap it up now, Nick, and we'll.
Fred's got a NASCAR ride. Fred's got a NASCAR ride.
No, I'm not that good. You're just better off with Cletus McFarland. So.
Okay.
All right. We'll be talking to you guys later.
All right. See you. Thanks
All
a
right.
lot.
I'll see you. Thanks, guys.
Under the Hood with Fred Fletcher, followed by Need for Speed every Thursdays here on WBCB.
You're listening to 1490 WBCB and on your FM dial at 107.3 W297CL Levittown.
Payroll
Does
service
this
solutions.
sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
Nearly 20 people have been sentenced for the deadly 2024 Moscow concert hall attack.
19 people have been convicted by a court in Moscow over the 2024 Crocus Hall shooting that killed 149 people and injured over 600 others. The judge in the Moscow court announced lengthy prison terms for all 19 defendants. 15 were sentenced to life in prison. One was handed 22.5 years in prison and 3 others were given 19 years and 11 months each. While a branch of the Islamic State group claimed responsibility for the attack, Russian officials, including Putin himself, claimed that Ukraine had a role in the attack. Kiev has strongly denied any involvement. I'm Karen Shamas.
Google Maps will depend more heavily on artificial intelligence to help people figure out where they want to go and the best way to get there as part of a major
Payroll Service Solutions was established in 2001 to cater to the payroll needs of small to medium-sized businesses. Payroll Service Solutions offers unparalleled customer service while they deliver a complete and accurate payroll. When calling Payroll Service Solutions, you will never be put into a voicemail or go through a series of prompts to get to a person. All customer service representatives are extensively trained to handle all of your payroll needs, therefore saving you time. They value each and every one of their clients. No account is too small. Call Payroll Service Solutions today at 1-866-PAY-EASY for a no-obligation review of your payroll needs. That number again is 1-866-PAYEASY. Payroll Service Solutions.
Children's mental health is in crisis. That's why the Kids Mental Health Foundation envisions a future where mental health is a vital part of growing up. Parents tell us the challenges are real.
So you know what to do if they have a fever. But when you see them struggling emotionally, and you're like, what do I do?
You're gonna find tons of things on the internet, but you want it to be from a trusted source.
The Kids Mental Health Foundation provides free, expert-developed resources to millions across the United States. Don't wait for a concern or crisis. Learn more at kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org.
I'm Henry Carpenter, certified elder law attorney and host of Senior Legal Strategies right here on WBCB. On a recent Senior Legal Strategies, we discussed the importance of the 4 basic estate planning documents. A general durable power of attorney names someone to take care of your finances, properties, and legal affairs if you can't. A medical power of attorney names someone to make lifetime medical care decisions if you can't. A living will or healthcare directive sets forth your directions for end-of-life care. A last will and testament directs where your assets go and don't go after your death and selects someone to finalize your affairs. I invite you to call us today at 215-493-0727 to schedule a no-cost consultation to discuss these documents and any other concerns you may have.
You won't see termites crawling across your floor, but thousands might be devouring the wood in your walls, weakening the structure of your home. For over 50 years, termite proofing and pest control of the Delaware Valley has been in the exterminating business. If you think you have a pest problem, they're the experts. Call them today at 215-639-5455. That's 215-639-5455 for TPPC. Termite proofing and pest control of the Delaware Valley gives your home or business peace of mind, knowing your pest